So if I had your channel, your niche, your audience, if I had your subscribers, I could extract 40K, 30K, 20K from that subscriber base, from that audience base in only 10 to 14 days. So say for example, I had 10,000 subscribers. I could extract tens of thousands of dollars from that audience in only a time frame of 7 to 10 days. And yes, I am coming from a person who only has about 40 subscribers right now. Imagine how much money I'll make from my YouTube channel by the time I have 1,000 subscribers. And this is simply just because I understand what to focus on in context of growing a channel and monetizing a channel correctly. Everybody else is talking about, AdSense and sponsorships and courses and communities and coaching that isn't that structured. Like, everybody's kind of talking about making money from their channels. Nobody's actually talking about actually building empires and businesses from their channels. And sure, not everybody wants to do that. But I'm making this video because I kind of want to show you kind of the path I would take if I had your subscriber amount. Chances are you have more subscribers than me, but I will be making more money than you in the next 1 to 2 months. Probably not now, just because I'm still somewhat in the beginning stages of my business. But in the next 1 to 2 months, I'll be making more money than you with a smaller audience than you. So yeah, my name is Ivan Nawaga. I just want to kind of make this video to yap a little bit and also challenge myself to keep my videos under 10 to 15 minutes, because the past couple of videos I've been making are just ridiculously long masterclasses, and they're fire. They're fire. But I'm challenging myself because I want to kind of give as much value as I can in under 10 to 15 minutes. So let me actually just keep on, let me continue because I'm yapping right now. But I want this video to be somewhat of a raw, kind of authentic for whoever is in my 40 subscribers base. Hopefully you appreciate this. And anyone that's new, welcome. Subscribe to the channel. I put out a whole bunch of content on helping educational YouTubers turn their audience into actual income, turn their expertise into actual income, because truthfully, my company, D-Waves Acquisition, we are a consulting firm. We truly believe that educational YouTubers are the most powerful people in the space, and you'll hear me say the same thing in a lot of my videos. There's no one more powerful and has more leverage than that of educational YouTubers, but there's no one who has been lied to more than educational YouTubers as well. All of the advice out there, if I just look up YouTube growth advice, you'll see all these videos from vidIQ and some other names I won't really name, telling you do this to grow your channel, do this to monetize, focus on sponsorships and brand deals. When I literally have clients telling me that brand deals are running dry, brand deals and sponsorships are inconsistent, and that they feel as if they're not making the money that they should be making with their channel. Imagine having hundreds of thousands of subscribers and only making maybe 10K a month. Dude, by the time Divine Nawaga, D-Waves Acquisition, has 100,000 people in their audience, I mean, bro, I probably would have made tens of millions of dollars. And that's kind of my point. So like I said, I'm trying to make this video only 10 to 15 minutes long. So what would I do if I actually had your subscriber base? What would I do? Say, for example, you're watching this, you have maybe 5K, 15K, 50K subscribers, whatever. We'll say even 100K. Well, clearly you've probably just been, posting content, relying on AdSense, relying on sponsorships, relying and focusing kind of on views and subscribers and how many people are watching, your videos. What's my click-through rate? What's my average view duration? You're focusing on certain things like this. And maybe you have thought about making money. Maybe you've thought about making money. And also, you might even be someone who, has already tried to monetize. Maybe you've tried to do the Patreon route. Maybe you've tried to do some digital products like courses and coaching. And you've kind of upgraded to the identity of not just someone that's a YouTuber and just making free content, but someone who's trying to make a living out of this. And you're just not really seeing the results that you thought you would. Like, your coaching isn't selling as consistently as you probably would have wanted it to. Your courses, you're kind of charging it pretty low, so sales, even when they do come in, aren't that consistent. And it's just there's sales here this day, and then maybe there's no sales that day. And because it's charged so low, you need a whole bunch of sales to even make this into something like where you feel comfortable living off of. Yeah, so I'm sure like these problems probably face you. I kind of want to dive in and just kind of explain like why these problems are a problem. Actually, I'm not going to explain why these are problems and why these are problems. Like, you should probably understand like why these are problems, because I can't help you if you don't understand why these are problems. Like, if you don't understand that, okay, just relying on someone else to pay you, or relying on maybe the coaching and courses that you're trying to sell and they're not, selling correctly. If you don't see those two as problems, like I'm probably not going to be able to help you. But for those of you who realize that, okay, clearly there's something wrong here. Like, I've always been taught to focus on my views, focus on my content, focus on getting as many, as much engagement and likes and all this stuff as possible. But it's kind of keeping you stuck. It's keeping you stuck between that 5K to 15K a month range, and you can't seem to kind of break past that. So let me tell you like kind of what I would do to break past that if I was you right now, which is probably you who's watching this. Well, clearly, whether you have tried to monetize before or whether you haven't monetized before, it doesn't really matter, because the only way you're going to escape this 5K to 15K month range is realizing, like, okay, I'm an educational YouTuber. I have people who are subscribed to me. My content solves problems. This doesn't matter whether you're in the FPV drone niche, or you make content about swimming lessons, or you make content about bowling, or you make content about piano, or you make content about playing the drums, or you make content about golf. Like, if you have education that you create content around, this applies, because education is universal. It doesn't matter what education it is. Education solves problems, and your content solves problems. So what you need to realize, like, okay, you're an educational YouTuber. My content solves problems, and these problems are most likely major for the people who are in your audience and who are subscribed to you. Most likely, these are problems that they really need help solving. That's really the truth of the matter. And the problem is, you can even ask yourself this question. When's the last time you took some free content and actually were able to implement it and use it? And like, yeah, maybe you've done this before, but I doubt you've been able to do so consistently. And I'm speaking even from experience here. Like, there's just so much content nowadays that it's like you're constantly chasing dopamine of the next free content that can help you. Free content and the content that you provide to your audience. And because I know if you're creating content, you want to help people. You want to change lives. You want to actually provide something helpful to the people who are watching you. Unfortunately, and this is just a sad truth, free content is just not enough. It's just not enough, because the actual components and aspects of what creates transformation is not that, like, free content does not allow for those components. Some of those components that actually create transformation is someone keeping that person accountable, having information that's personalized to their specific situation. Free content doesn't allow for that. That person has to pretty much guess and apply the free content to their specific situation. And for the most part, they're not experienced with the sort of education that you're providing. That's why they're learning from you, because you're the expert here. So they're unable to really do so and apply the information in a way that helps them and as efficiently and as easily as possible. And that's the whole point. And with the nature of problems, one free video is never going to be enough to solve all of the problems of that major problem, unless you're creating like an hours long course on that entire problem, on how to solve that problem in its entirety. So the main point I'm trying to make is, what you need to do is it's actually your duty to sell. It's actually your duty to create something that your audience can pay for, that can have all the solutions to the problems all just bundled up in one. Not a free video, not something that, is easily able, like, not something that where like they need to watch multiple things to get the transformation, like as in like video to video to video, and not even having the thing that actually enables them to get transformation in the first place, which is, accountability, having something that's, personalized to them. So if you are at this range of 5K subscribers, 10K subscribers, 50,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, it doesn't matter like where you're at. If you create educational content, there's a problem in there that you can figure out to solve and charge money for. And I know a lot of YouTubers have this little issue of charging money, but like I said, like, it's actually your duty to, because charging money is what's actually going to allow your audience to get that transformation that they want in the most seamless and fastest way possible. So many times is where like I'll hear like from my clients, customers, because like we'll do the market research like with them, is their audience complaining, saying the free videos are never enough. They feel like they're watching endless tutorials and endless videos on like this and that, and they're still not getting to the place that they want to get to. It's because free content, free videos, and free tutorials are not enough. Okay, yeah. So I'm not trying to keep this video like so nitty gritty and specific. I'm just trying to give pretty much a high level overview of like what you can do if you have 5K, like any amount of subs, and you want to actually make money and monetize your audience properly. So simply, once you have identified the main problem that your audience has, literally just present to them an offer or something surrounding fixing and solving the problem. Literally, it's as simple as that. You don't need to complicate it much further. You present it to your audience, and by like within 7 days or so, and like say for example, in those 7 days, you're doing things like you're sending emails surrounding this offer that you created for them. You're posting about it on your Instagram story. You're creating YouTube videos about this offer that you created for your audience once you've identified the major problem that they have issues with. All you need is 7 days to make multiple 5 figures presenting that offer to your audience. You don't even have to consider it as selling. It's just presenting that offer to your audience. This applies even if you've already tried to sell before, because clearly what you are selling isn't what your audience actually wants. And clearly it's not the number one thing that they want and need help with. When I present my offer to prospects and when people hear my offer, it's pretty like a no-brainer, because it's like, oh, I'm actually giving them the thing that they want. I'm not just selling them on YouTube growth or like making a little bit of money. Like, I'm selling them on transforming and actually building the full end-to-end 6 to 7 figure a year YouTube channel /business /creator business. I'm still trying to figure out like what angle I want to go with that. But I'm giving them the full package. I'm not just giving them a piece of the package. So when you give your audience the full package and you present to them the actual thing that they want, the number one problem that they want fixed and solved, it's a no-brainer for them, bro, because you're actually giving them the thing that they actually want. I was having this conversation with one of my clients like maybe a week or two ago. I was telling them like they want to do a couple of other mini launches to certain things like apps and like little like workshops and stuff like that. Like, these things are cool, but it's not the actual thing that their audience wants from them. What their audience wants is a transformation regarding this. I don't want to say like specific details, but like an app and a workshop doesn't get them to that transformation. You know what I'm saying? Like, that the app and the workshop maybe gets them part of the way there, but that's not what they want. They don't want to get part of the way there to the transformation. They want to get the full transformation. And once you can give someone that full transformation and sell them that full transformation and present to them something that can get to them that full transformation, them paying you thousands of dollars is easy. It's actually very simple. It's actually not even a problem. It's like, oh, yeah, of course, I'm going to pay money. You're giving me literally the exact thing that I want. All right, yeah, this video is getting too long. So I hope that helps anyone. That I'm just kind of telling you what I would do if I was you. If I had 5K, 10K, 15K, 20K subscribers, whatever amount of subscribers, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have 1,000 subscribers or 1,000,000 subscribers. It's the same principles. At D-Ways Acquisition, we run on principles and foundations. We do not run on tactics and strategies. No. We run on timeless principles that never change. So, yeah, if you want us to help you with this, no matter how many amount of subscribers you have, if you're an educational YouTuber, yeah, you can DM me on Instagram. You can subscribe. You can also click the calendar link in the description if you want to chat and see how this could work for you. We can make you 20K to 40K literally in 10 days from now, 10 to 14 days from now. We've mastered the systems, dude. And I mean, yeah, you're watching the beginning of our empire. So subscribe, watch this video next, because it's literally the full 2-hour course of how to do this for yourself if you don't want us to help you do it. So I'll see you in the next video.